I was talking a little bit earlier about the interconnected nature of everything and about how you can take one slow, conscious breath in and you realize that you're connected to everything in the universe. And this is not some far out, new age ideology or something. This is nothing of a religious nature. These are facts. These are just simple facts. They're based in fact. You look at nature around us, these plants, these trees, these bushes, all of it plays a part in our very survival. And it's not just playing a part in my survival, it's playing a part in your survival. It's playing a part in your friend's survival, your family's survival, your enemy's survival, the people that you think that you hate, people that you hold all this animosity for. Everybody has the same desires in life. We seek pleasure and we seek to avoid pain. Even ants and crickets and snakes and birds, all the animals, all the reptiles, they all have the same basic necessity when it comes to that. We seek to maximize pleasure and minimize pain. And the majority of our actions are geared towards accomplishing one of those two, right? We get really wrapped up in our day-to-day lives, everything we have going on, all the obligations that we have, especially as you get older and you start to accumulate debt. You start to accumulate more responsibilities. So a lot of times we get so mentally overwhelmed with everything that we have weighing on us that we forget exactly how connected we are, not just to nature, but to other people. Just how connected we are and how reliant on them that we are. The left hand washes the other. Both are part of the body. And that's the reality of the interconnected nature of humanity. When you look at the trees blowing in the wind, it's a reminder of everything in existence, not just the trees and not just the wind, but the birds that land on the tree, the soil that the roots are firmly grounded in, right? The way that soil is fed by the rain, and the way that rain is shifted across continents in the clouds, right? There's so much peace and release in understanding the fact that we are interconnected. And if you'll let it, it'll let you open your heart and release grudges and animosities that you have, and even self-anger, self-hatred, self-depreciating thoughts, and even self-depreciating type of humor, right? But the first step is in slowing down and being mindful of these things for a few minutes. I'm not saying that it's going to be some cataclysmic, earth-shattering realization that you're going to come to all at once, or it very well may be. Everybody's different. Everybody's experience of things are different. But usually, change happens gradually, subtly, right? It's like when the seasons change. If you're not paying attention, Everything goes from dead and brown to green and sprouted every spring when it's changing from winter to spring. But you have to be aware of that change, or just one day you walk outside and you're like, wow, where did all the green come from? I know I myself have in previous years, I've came outside and looked around and was like, wow, spring got here. But to those who pay attention and those who are aware of those subtle changes, you can see them happening a little bit at a time. And there ain't nothing wrong with slowing down to see the seasons as they change. And the seasons will change in your life the same way. You'll go through certain seasons. You'll go through planting seasons and you'll go through harvesting seasons. You'll go through planting and then you'll go through waiting for your harvest. You go through periods of growth and you go through periods of plateau where everything seems like it's staying the same and it's monotonous and you're bored, and you don't realize that boredom is actually a good time to be content. You're mistaking contentment for boredom. That's the nature of humanity, though. Whatever it is we achieve and accomplish, we're always expecting more. This tree behind me doesn't expect to become a palm tree, right? You look at a cherry blossom, and it's okay with being a cherry blossom tree. It's not trying to strive to be a dogwood. Dogwoods are okay with being dogwoods. They're not striving to be a palm tree or an oak tree. We as humans are the only species that strive to be something more and to strive to be something different. And that's because our intellect has evolved faster than it should in comparison to our ability, our maturity, our emotional maturity, right? We've gained intellectual superiority. We've mastered the elements. We've mastered survival. And because of that, now our minds are freed up to do all this other nonsensical thinking, things that are irrelevant. But it's okay to just be a human. That's your purpose of existence. And you see an elephant on the prairie, on the desert plains. He's not striving to be a lion. He's okay with being an elephant. And he goes about doing elephant things. When you see a snake slithering on the ground, a snake's not running around mad at itself and full of self-pity because it's not a rabbit, because it's not a bird. Everything in nature knows its cycle. Everything within the human existence, within everything within our conscious awareness that we see growing and sprouting and living and dying and being born again and so on and so forth, they all know their place and they're okay with it. Why are you not? Why are you so content on striving to be something else? It's a good thought experiment. Ask yourself, who am I? Where do I fit into this interconnected circle of things? Again, this is not something religious. This is not something that requires any type of dogma, any type of adherence to Islam or another uh, another religious philosophy. This is basic human understanding. We strive to understand all of these external things. We strive to understand all of these external things, but we never take time to learn this one. This one. This is the one that you should be learning. If you learn this one, then you'll understand the external. But it takes careful introspection. You have to engineer your life in a way that you can gain that type of knowledge and understanding and wisdom. It doesn't just happen automatically. It takes effort on our part to release the things that are not serving us as human beings. That's the hardest part, is letting go of the things that are causing you to be in your own way. And there's a lot. There's a lot. And it's that way for all of us. Some of us just happen to be able to identify it, and some of us don't. Some of us are blessed enough that we can eventually see the show for what it is. And I understand now that it's all an illusion. It's illusory in its very nature. We've been taught to believe something because it's what made somebody else comfortable. About human existence, about our very existence, about our very relationship with all of existence, everything in the universe. And we run around crazy looking for it everywhere. Everywhere. We just have to look inward. We look inward at the mind, discover who we are. This is not a religious thing. This is not haram. This is not taken away from any type of or aspect of Islamic belief. This is simply you at your essence and understanding how it's all created and how it all fits together like a puzzle piece, and understanding that it's all okay. It's all okay. The hard part's done. Look around. The hard part's done. We just have to do the easy part and let go of trying to do the hard part. It's done for you. Till next time.